wena drive.
Truth can be manipulated. Truth will set you free. Truth is effortless. You don't try. You don't cook facts. You just give the facts as they are. I need you guys to understand that the stuff that we deal with is stuff that has people's lives involved. And we will always be very careful how we use language. And especially when we call people's names, we will be factual. So you all know now that I am in court with the MEC. We've filed a notice to oppose yesterday. We are ready and preparing our responding affidavits so that the court can hear our side, facts that we have. We've made big statements about the MEC and the department, and we have all intentions to defend those. You all know that we have been talking about a few people, and I just want to rehash a little bit. We've been talking about Pilisile Milani. We said that he falsified his qualifications. We said that the post required a level 7, and he did not have that. I know now he's taken leave. He's taken leave, a long leave that is not informed by anything. He's not there. But for those of you who have followed and maybe read the newspaper article today, Daily Dispatch, we are not whistleblowers. We are not hiding. We are the ones who opened the case. So I honestly want to thank the Daily Dispatch for their sensitivity and trying to make sure that they don't reveal who the complainant is. No, we are the complainant. And yes, we stand by it. Yes, it's us who opened the case in Linden, transferred it to King Williamstown, and got the hawks on it. It is us, and we're taking responsibility. Before you start fighting each other and suspecting each other, we are going to reveal a lot of other problems that are in that department. The ultimate goal is to make sure that we can shine the light on the rot and corruption that is in the department. We believe there is corruption. We believe that some reports were suppressed, and the suppression of these reports is not based on process. It was a deliberate action because the WhatsApp messages are saying these reports will not be revealed, will not be acted upon. So there are people in positions of power, including Sisilani, who we are coming for. Sisilani is amongst those who send a message to say that those reports are toothless. It's not the truth. Those reports are going to bite you. So Pilisile Milani is a persona non grata, almost gone as we speak. Sisilani, the DDG, will be gone. And the rest of the other people who are occupying positions, and for some reason, people are not spoken about. In the case of Sisilana, the DDG, there's 13 other people who were found to be irregularly appointed. We will argue this matter in court, and we're going to illustrate why other names are suppressed, why other names are not brought up, because we know that there are certain things that are happening within the department. So when we investigate a matter, we don't go into one thing, we investigate it completely. We investigate the department, we investigate. I told you last week that even the CFO of that department is in trouble. I don't know what's your name, but if you are the CFO in that department, you know that your husband has been paid 11.7 million rand for work that was never done. There was a road that you guys claim was fixed, and the road was never fixed. You know it. And there's a PSC report that confirms that. It's a fact. And you are in that department walking there as if, this is what annoys me about people. You do wrong things and you walk tall as if you own the world. There are problems with scholar transport. Some of the people that are not supposed to be in that department are currently in scholar transport. People are suffering there. People are dying. Right? So we will reveal all of these things detail by detail in a court of law. So we're going to go to fleet, we're going to go to infrastructure, we're going to go to human resource, we're going to go to scholar transport and show you how rotten things are there. So stop suspecting each other. We are an institution, we are a public transport watchdog. So stop thinking that we are being used by that person or this person. Stop it. We are investigating. When we leave here, we'll go to another province, just to show that where problems are, we will follow the problems, and because we want to find the solution. What's the ultimate goal? The ultimate goal is, can the people that are providing service to government, especially the operators, can they be protected? Can we make sure that there is we don't see another death again in the taxi industry? Because conflict that is created as a result of government's actions or inactions is causing conflict, and we will prove it in a court of law. Okay? So I want you to be comfortable. The people that are in the department, I understand that it is tense in the department as we speak. We know it is tense. We opened that case. We know who the people are. We've called some of them by name. But there has been a deliberate action of some officials not doing anything about these things. But the WhatsApp messages are telling us that it was deliberate that these things are not taken care of. So the people of the Eastern Cape, some of you are saying that, okay, somebody asked the question in one of the posts, says that, but you talk and talk and talk about it. No, you've not been following us. We talk and we take an action. We went to the police station. We opened a case of fraud against Pilisile Melan. As we speak now, he's not in the office. Now, he's taken leave. I know that the police are looking for him. He needs to be interviewed. He must account. But the people that must account more are those who appointed him and kept him there, knowing exactly that he was not qualified to be there. And one of the people who signed his appointment letter was the DDG. He has a chief director that he reports to, and that chief director was chairing that meeting. She signed the letter, and the DDG signed the letter too. So we must ask the questions. Why did you do it? Why did you do it in 3 days? What were your intentions? We will get to that, but we'll get to it in court so that we don't come here and just say things loosely. So we will present a case to court. We can't have so the entire value chain needs to be investigated. I am interested, and this I am going to ask. the commissioner. What is your relationship with these people? Sisilani, Milani, and others. Why did you contradict yourself, Solomzi? Why did Milani say in one of the WhatsApp messages that you are his guy? You are his guy and the case will be dismissed even when you found against him initially. The second time around when you went there, you contradicted yourself, but you carefully structured that award. We will ventilate that in court. So we're not going to make statements here unnecessarily without valid points. But we also don't want to give our defense, because I'm a respondent here. Remember, I'm not the one who's taking the MEC to court. The MEC is taking me to court. And if the MEC takes me to court, I can only abide by the court rules. If I'm instructed to come to court, I am coming to court. Do I have the reasons? I am going to present my case and shine the light on the Department of Transport entirely in the Eastern Cape. So let's bank that. Here's an issue that's serious now. Scholar transport people are struggling with payments. People are losing, and I've bored you with this kind of content, guys. I know that I've spoken about it for some time. There are people who lost their buses. There are people who are losing them now. There are people because the department has not paid them. And the same department, after not paying these people, I told you the last time that the department then goes back through traffic officers and impound vehicles, remove the vehicles from the streets, and give these routes and contracts to new people of their choice without following procedure. We're going to investigate that. When we're going to come back to you, you will be shocked. It is at this time where I am going to ask the Premier. Premier, I know that you at some point you ordered that Maboyani, Oscar, you ordered that there must be an investigation in the Department of Transport because you had reason to believe that there was something wrong happening. What happened to that? There's a guy there in your office who's your labor specialist and your advisor, Khabushe, who has cleaned this guy, who found nothing wrong on somebody that a court will prove him guilty. Your guy in that office said that there was nothing wrong here. But we later found out, Mr. Premier, that your guy was placed to clean the mess, which he did. What he didn't know, that it was short-lived. So here's the question to you. Is Khabushe the guy you can still trust for advice? Because all other departments are relying on the advice from this guy. Is he the guy that you want to have around you? I'm doing these things because I want to tell you what season it is in South Africa. It is a season of South Africans standing up around corruption. Every single department, it's a pity that our focus is really on Department of Transport. But I want to use this opportunity to say thank you to officials who are heartful. You are here. You're here. And you're saying that you are doing everything to make sure that we are factual. You don't know what's coming for Free State. Free State, there's a Kapsa dance there coming. We're going to get busy. I gave you highlights last time. We have our people that are now there full time, watching things. We now know for sure that corruption in the registry's office in the Free State is like this. And all of these things are working towards, you can cause conflict. There was a strike now in Kwakwa. Inside this one organization, the people were striking against their own executive. It is because of the behavior of the registrar in that department. But we're going to come to that. Let's get to the Eastern Cape and finish. And when we move here, we're going to have interesting things. So the people of the Eastern Cape, those of you who have assisted us, do not stop, because the time for these guys to be held accountable has come to an end. It has arrived, rather. It has arrived. And those of you who were stifled in various departments and not knowing what to do, there is transit ringers. Some of the revelations, the MEC will get them for the first time in court. And I said that I'm excited that we eventually go into court. But please use this opportunity, subscribe on our YouTube channel, follow us, because we told you that we will not be, we are not going to find ourselves being told we spoke about any other thing other than matters of transport. Because the ultimate goal is to make sure that the people, users of public transport, can at least get a decent service. But we can't get a decent service when our service providers, the taxi operators, we know the issues with the taxi operators themselves. We know that we will attend to those things. But let's make sure that the way they are treated by government should not get in the way of the industry, the buses, the trains from fixing themselves. I am still saying that the fight, the conflict in the taxi industry in South Africa, government, the democratic government has got a hand on it. It has. How do I know this? It's because as far back as 2001, the industry told government what is it that needs to be done. And even after that, because there was the National Taxi Task Team that was created by Dula Omar, the first Minister of Transport. The taxi industry says that we need one voice, we need to silence multiple voices, but government was very slow to act on this. But you know that I have also requested the public protector to investigate the role of government in delaying to find some. And the public protector agrees with me, by the way. Agrees with me that the delay is the reason why some of these things have happened, and that's why that allegation is being investigated. So we are not saying things here that we can't back up with facts and all of that. With the amounts of papers that we have here in doing research and doing, it shows that we committed to what we're doing. And this does not absolve the behavior of the taxi drivers. We are coming for them. There is nobody that we will not talk truth to. Even those that are powerful, we will tell our truth and our story the way we should. You choose what you want to do with us. And you are gods. You can choose what you want to do with people like us who are telling the truth. Because the country is collapsing. And it will not be saved by anybody else, but it's going to be saved by its own citizens. So officials in government departments are stifled. They don't know what to do. They can't even call the corruption line because they think that the corruption line is compromised. So people are talking to us, guys, we are not the corruption buster. That's not who we are. But if it has to do with public transport where black people are, because public transport in South Africa is used by black people, and that's why it is not respected. That's why it's not taken care of. Even the government itself, the budget that they allocate, anything that has to do with public transport in South Africa is not taken care of. It's because of the person who's using it. I'm here not to fight for anybody else but black people who are dependent on public transport. Eventually, we're going to have this system working properly. Look at what's happening in the Eastern Cape. Look at Nelson Mandela Bay. Almost 100 million rand. There are buses that were bought. There's an article I read now. An article that was buses that were bought during the Soccer World Cup. Millions and millions of rands were used. Taxis were bought. All of them are white elephants. They're sitting there gathering dust and people. It is what is going on? Is this the value of black people? The tax recapitalization, the way it was structured by government, it was structured in such a way we understood and agreed with the concept of removing these Gezemba's old taxis from the road. The industry itself did not disagree. But you come there as government, the way you budget, you don't give them enough money. You don't even support them to get the next vehicle, but you want them to scrap the vehicle and live out of what? So the time for the black voice in public transport, both for the commuter and the operator, has come. No one is going to ignore us. No one. So we're going to fight this battle. We're going to fight it together. But I'm going to make a plea to the industry. Do not allow conflict that has government officials to make you point the guns at each other. That time is over. They have managed to do that. They've caused the conflict because they wanted to play politics. Here in Gauteng, they caused a lot of mess between Nandue and Wata. Big mess. 200 plus people unalived, quiet. And I met those families. I looked them in the eyes. I said that, what's your pain? And said that, can government do something about this? And I'm saying that your hope is not with government, because the officials of government are the ones that are facilitating some of these things. So if the president is listening, if the crime intelligence is listening, you must know that the people that are responsible for conflict in the taxi industry, government officials are involved. So we will find out. The public protector will find out. It's a case. You know, the case, the public protector is investigating it. You've taken advantage of our people for far too long. So industry, gather here. Before you decide to go and fight each other, before you allow those that are powerful amongst you to easily just take a route from this person and replace it, think again. But I understand that we have come to a space where it's survival of the fittest. So if the opportunity is not for you, it must be for this guy. So we are chasing opportunities, and in the process of chasing opportunities, siyalimazana. We have become so heartless that as long as it benefits me, even if it destroys another person, it's okay. Stop. Think. Because I am going to prove to you, even if it's the last thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to prove to you that there's a hand of government in the conflict in South Africa. Hold me accountable to that, because everything that we are doing and doing now is meant to prove to you that you destroyed each other, removed each other from the face of the earth, because somebody had their hand in, and that person is sitting in some comfortable chair in government. Should not be allowed. So you have now created an industry within the industry. There are now hitmen that are benefiting from this. Hitmen that are just employed because this group is fighting with the other, because the conflict has been created by somebody else. Can we stop and ask? Why are we fighting? Why every time when we are fighting, there's a root? There's a root involved. When there's a root involved, the only issuer of the root is government. So, where there's a root conflict, you must know that government is involved. Where there's a duplicate license, where your license has been taken, amended, and you are removed from this route, you are taken there without any process, you must know that officials are involved, but they are playing with other operators. We will find that out. So I'm trying to help the people who are watching our content. I want you to understand that we are on something bigger than individuals. Pilisile Milani is a by the way. I don't like when we are busy with serious things of national interest. Then we are sidelined by both Pilisile and Sisilan. We must remove them. I said to you that we will get rid of these guys. And I meant it. I don't know this guy from a bar of soap, so I don't hate him. I just know that he's done something wrong. And he was unable to do something wrong. And there are many others that are in that department. And nothing has happened to them. I will show you that, and this we will say more in court, to say that in trying to protect certain people, we can even change the government structure to try and do this thing differently so that we can plug them at different places. Guys. Corrupt individuals are not going to walk with their shoulders up. Not in South Africa, not anymore. Anybody who's working in compliance and risk, in finance, in the Department of Government, they are being unalived, they are being attacked. Anybody who says that you can't do this is wrong. They are being targeted as people that are anti. And therefore, our kids, sisters and brothers, mothers that are in positions that have gone to school to go study, you are a chartered accountant and you specialize in risk and compliance. When you say no to corruption, they start pointing at you, you become the target. Someone told me that in this department, we now have to get life covers because everyone who's in that department is now being targeted. I am begging you that that time is over. Can we please join hands? But I want to make a special request to ladies, mothers. 80% of the information that we're getting anywhere and everywhere across the country comes from women who are saying that we are tired. I am making a special call that if you are a woman in the Department of Transport, you know anything that has gone wrong that could affect service delivery, that could affect, that could bring about conflict, bring it to us. Bring it to us. We have a very controlled line. You DM us. When you DM us, that DM automatically gives you a number that you call. That number, it is only going to a core team of highly specialized men and women who are looking at these messages when they come. I'm also there. So some of the messages, I respond to them myself. Because it's a very controlled environment. When we escalate it and it comes to me directly, it's when we have checked it. So don't be afraid. Bring them on. Because we're going to get to the bottom of this. Everywhere where women are involved, I now know why it is important that ladies must be given time, space to run, rule, operate, manage. Because there's compassion, there's love, there's inherent love. That why are you doing this to others? Because as men, for the last 31 years, think, since 1994, we have really not done a good job. We've failed. We have failed. And if somebody was saying something important on Sunday. In fact, my pastor said something very important on Sunday. He said, there's an episode, I think it has been flighted or it's going to be flighted, where women in the country had one opportunity to give us or give this country a woman president. I think 2017, 2016, thereabout. And we missed that opportunity as a country. Because women themselves, those who were trusted with the position of power, some of them decided to pull away from their own sister, because women also have a problem with supporting each other. Repent. What's your problem? You have an opportunity to run this thing. This jealousy thing that you can't trust each other, you can't pull each other up or help each other to stop that. The power that you hold as women can change the gains of this country. Women can save this country. I know that for sure. Anyway, even if all men could sit at home and only women were to vote, this country will still, the voice of the women can still be heard. Thank you for speaking to us. Thank you for trusting us. Thank you for you trusting us with your lives. We don't know. I mean, we are vulnerable. I always tell you that anyone who's affected by this, you know that they are looking for an opportunity to silence us. But it's not going to be an easy one. I want that message to sink in. It's not going to be an easy one, because we're going to have to try and win this battle. But what we're bringing in the Eastern Cape, there's going to be change, and that change is going to come soon. Change is going to come soon, because the people that are occupying strategic positions of power, those who must be removed, are going to be removed, and they're going to be removed quickly. Now, in the province, shop stewards and organizers in the Department of Transport in the Eastern Cape, your time is now. I know that people may not, because you are colleagues, they may not trust you with the information. But we are going to create an environment that gives you leads where you are supposed to go. But please be determined. Make sure that the wrong people are removed. No personalities. Don't remove somebody because you hate them. No. Where there's wrongdoing, people must be removed, because there's going to be an Independence Day in the Eastern Cape. Premier, your silence is becoming too loud. The people in the Department of Transport, you have yourself requested that there must be a mediation panel, and the report says certain things. The things that report said must be done, they have not been done. Conflict continues. I beg you, do what you are supposed to do. You are the number one citizen and the senior in that province. Your people, those who voted for you, are going through trouble. And some of the snakes around your office are helping to make sure that people are throttled. I don't know if throttle is the right word, but the people are being stifled to death. Rise up. Rise up. Occupy your rightful position. Don't be diplomatic about attending to things. Because the people that are in wrong position, they are saying to us, you yourself will not do anything because you have your own things. That's what they say. Please rise up and save the province and its people. If anything is wrong about you, we will call you out as well. because that province must be properly administered like all other provinces. I mean, I was shocked. I mean, the AG took out a report that the worst run province in South Africa is my own province, Free State. What? Of all the provinces, my own province, Free State, is the one that is, no, AG, we are fixing that nonsense. We will fix it. In my province, we'll fix it. We'll start with the Department of Transport. When we touch Free State in the next week or so, it will not take long. MEC Mbalula, I know that you have seen my WhatsApp. You have not responded. I am going to assume that you are still busy, but please respond, because the damage that's happening there in the registry with Ntambo, there's a cartel that's operating in that department of 4 people in the Free State. 4. Ntambo, Dikeledi, Mlungisi. We're going to break that thing. When we break it, we're going to break it hard. But I'm saving you now. Fix yourself, because after this, you will make headlines in South Africa. There's no one single person who's going to die. But that cartel that has rendered other people in the department almost useless. All the other clerks are sitting there and not doing anything because you are printing face value permits at 10 o'clock at night. You're getting messages, you're getting printers and laptops, and you're having this thing done at your house. Okay, we are coming to the Free State. We are coming to the Free State. When we come there, these episodes, we're going to make them there. So Tate Ntambo, your lucky day has arrived. We're going to save you from continuing to do something wrong, because there's not going to be any bloodshed. But for now, for Eastern Cape, my people, update is that, yes, I am going to court. Yes, I have filed my notice to oppose yesterday. I'm writing a letter to the MEC today to say, MEC, are we fighting in court or in closed doors? Hopefully the MEC would say that we are fighting in court, and because we are preparing for court. But for now, I want to leave it here and say, sit back and think a little deeper about this. It is not the person that you're thinking. It's many people from different directorates and units of the department that are speaking to us. Many. Don't be shocked when I tell you that in the Eastern Cape, in the Department of Transport, we are speaking to more than 27 people. 27 people in one department. So stop doubting each other. It's you, is this. You are making the work there tense. People don't know what to do. Sit down. You've had your opportunity. Sit down. We will work it. We're going to work it to the end. Hate me or you love me is your problem. So before they get to me, I will get to them first. I will weaken you. I would make sure that the people see freedom there, because you have taken people for a ride for far too long. You have made it so easy for hitmen and people to make money out of targeting other colleagues, because you don't want to be spoken about and you don't want to be exposed. Aha! Your time is now. My name is Isaac. I am out. We shall meet again. Too soon for that matter.
Yo, en het rijm.